Okay, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another beautiful episode of Real Estate 101, the podcast where we break down property and real estate in a way that makes it understandable to everybody, even the layman. So let's get right to it. Today we are going to be talking about how people actually make money from land. Let me tell you a truth that most people don't like to admit. Money is rarely made in the first stage of the buy. Like, for example, if you've just bought land, it is not where you make money. Money is made in what you do after the buy, because cheap land is everywhere. But land that is already activated is rare. That is what I want to talk about today, and tell you how it really works. You don't buy land where everything is already perfect. That is expensive land. You buy land where there is nothing finished, but everything is possible. Then you step in and do what most people won't do, which is to add access, add clarity, and add usability. That is where money is made. Sometimes something simple as opening a road, sometimes even fencing, you see, sometimes even bringing water closer, sometimes even just proper subdivision and clear beacons and clear boundaries. Nothing fancy makes a place just gain in the price. Because the moment you have added accessibility, you've added clarity to this place, then you see things start happening. That is the moment that land changes and it stops just being raw land and it becomes ready land. And that ready land has already appreciated in price just by doing those simple things. And ready land, as I keep saying, always sells for more. This is where many people get it wrong. They think flipping land means waiting. No. Flipping land means intervening. For example, like I said, that example of a road. If you go to a place, buy, I'm not saying cheaply, you buy, even if there is no access, and then add that value, it means that land becomes easy to reach, and you're not gambling on time. You're manufacturing value, and you do stuff like this because people buy land when it is inconvenient. You sell when it becomes easy to reach that place. And that is why infrastructure matters, and it's not high, because that is what sells. A dusty parcel of land near a road is better than a beautiful parcel of land where there is no access. That one wins hands down without even saying. All this happens. Land, even with water nearby, even if it's remote, how? Let me just tell you the truth. Land near water, nearby beats land with a good story. That is what I'm saying. Clear beacons beat promises. Where there are clear boundaries and everything, that attracts people, and they see there is some sort of legitimacy to the place because everything is clearly defined. Nothing fancy, it is just there. The moment you do that, that is when that land stops being raw land and just becomes ready land. And in ready land, that is where the money is there. That is why we say infrastructure, my people, is not just hype. Because when a place has a good road and is connected to the main roads and everything, that you can go from that place and come at any time, that is what we call convenience. Buyers don't pay for potential, they pay for reduced effort, because it is rather you have easy access that you can go there quickly and get out of that place easily, because the biggest profits don't come from land appreciation. Actually, they come from problem removal. Because if a place didn't have a road and then you put a road, you see what I'm seeing. That land has appreciated in value because of that road, not because it is the removal of confusion, the removal of the inaccessibility and uncertainty. When you make inroads into such neighborhoods and create such facilities, already have given that place future potential. And suddenly that same land that people thought wasn't worth anything is worth more. Not years later, actually. It's months later after that project. If you get together, gather some funds and see that this place can actually do something, you intervene. That is how land is flipped. Not with luck, not with noise, but with smart moves that change perception. This has been Real Estate 101, and as I keep saying every day, if you find anything in this episode interesting, hit that like, subscribe button and share so that we can continue producing such engaging stuff for you into the future. So see you on the next one, people, and thank you.